Hey, what's up, everybody? Good evening. It is Tuesday night, February 24th. I'm currently in a long trade here. I went long after I found this reaction out of this inverted fair value gap. I scaled in 15 contracts here, looking for 118 for my first TP. We got edged to like the tick there on that other wick. So I'm hoping to get some of these contracts out here pretty soon, and then we'll, go stop break even anyways. Guarantee it's not a losing trade going forward. Let me see here. Let's get some music going. It's like we might hit our first TP coming up here pretty quick. Gonna take off 10 contracts up here. But pretty nice trade so far. Hopefully we don't get rejected right away here again. Welcome to the stream. I see that we got somebody in here. We have one viewer at the moment. Welcome. Well, we're getting a pretty big pullback here. Let's see if this can hold. Hopefully we don't end up getting stopped out here. Never know. We got 2 rejection candles there up at the highs, which isn't very good. Could be trouble here. Yeah, let's hope that the buyers are still here. They've been here pretty good, popping it up really nicely. Let's just hope they didn't run out of juice up here. That'd be unfortunate. See, they keep doing this here. They keep buying it up pretty strong, but we'll have to see. Hopefully that wasn't the end of the push. Mostly orders are above here on the book map. We're well above the 3 p.m., 6 p.m. East Coast VWAP, which would be, where's our 1500? This guy? Trying to be patient here, see if we can't get a move higher. Hopefully this isn't the end of the move. Kind of made a new high with a wick though, and then got rejected again up there at the 14 area, or right below 15. Some decent buy volume on that last candle. Not happy about the pullback after that push up there. Might need to think about taking profits here and then reconsidering this trade. Could get a better entry down in this fair value gap if we end up getting down there again. Yeah, see. Let's see how they hold. Let's make sure that, if the buyers can hold this level here, they have been recently. Saw some pretty crazy volatility in this area. So as long as we keep putting in wicks like this, we'll be okay. Obviously. Let's see. Little gap up there on the closure of that candle. See if the buyers can't step in here. We do have orders up at 20, 25, and 30. So I got my TPs all at like 18s. 18, 28, 38, 48 to the upside here. But looks like gold is popping up a bit, which isn't ideal for NQ. Usually they go sort of opposites. Hey, Q4 Pilot, what's up? How are you? I've been in this trade for a minute. I started the stream. We were kind of in this area, and then now we've been pulling back. We got a couple big wicks up here above the 112 area, so I'm a little concerned about that now after those two wicks and pretty strong pullback here. So fingers crossed that that isn't the end of the move here. We do have most of the orders above on the book map, so 25,000, 120, 130, 150 above, 140, 150 above. So let's see if these buyers can't step in and push us up here. Be nice. Are you taking any trades tonight? I still owe you a trade from that super chat. I was up about 500 when we were up in this area, and I almost got order taken out. The high of this candle was 118. This TP's at 118.50, so I was 2 ticks away from taking 10 contracts off on that wick. It's too bad. I'm actually going to move them all to 8, the 8 number with a flat 8. You like the VWAP bounce trades in an uptrend like this? Yeah. VWAP is quite a ways lower though. I hope it doesn't do that right now. I did when I first was looking at the charts, I sent up a bunch of orders in this bullish fair value gap down below with a stop down there, which would kind of line up with the VWAP, but I also saw this inverted fair value gap, which caught my interest. So I ended up getting in long. I probably should have taken some profits up here. We were up about 500. Regretfully, I didn't. So now we're back to the drawing board here. We got this trend here, kind of trend line drawn. So I'm kind of feeling like I should probably get to break even here pretty soon with the stop, because we are risking the chance here that we're going to roll over just by the way that this price looks here. Tell me what you think. I kind of reorganized the page a bit, so I made my picture a little bit bigger, and then because I added the chat in there. So I'm kind of like trying to line up the chat sort of with the picture and everything. now that I'm looking at it, I need to adjust that picture out just a little bit more. There we go. Pulling back here again, unfortunately. Thanks. So we're not out of the woods here yet. We keep putting in these wicks on the bottom, which is pretty nice. Mostly everything is saying we should go higher, but as you know, there's no guarantees in anything. Because, you know, like I said, we got orders above. We're sort of in this bearish channel. So it's a matter of, is this bearish channel going to die here? Are we going to push higher first? Yeah, it's too bad we got wicked on that last attempt. But the buyers keep stepping in and chopping us up pretty quickly like that. Let's see if we can't find a little momentum here from these guys. They let it come all the way back down to this area, started pushing back up here again. So how do I get my bookmap data? I pay for like the bundle, so you can get like ES, MES like on the CME, and then you can get the COMEX and the CBOT in the one package. So you got to pay for like their platform, right? And then you got to pay for their data. If you could tie your TradingView data to it, but it's only like a level 1 data. So it'll show you some, but it won't show you all the orders. So it could be a little misleading. So this is like level 2 data. So it's got like all the, in theory, all of the orders that are placed you should be able to see them on the book. Top Step. You might be able to tie this to Top Step. I haven't ever connected it to any but you would go into connections, and I think you go configure, and then you would add a connection. You got Trade Evade in there. Maybe it's a DX feed. I'm not sure which one it would be, but you should be able to connect it like that. And a bit of a nasty pullback there. Again, we just need to make sure that the buyers protect this zone here. Obviously, if I get a candle closure down below this area, it's going to give me some concern. No, you pay Bookmap. You get it through Bookmap. So after you subscribe to their, pay for the platform, then you add their data bundle, and it's kind of the best one. I think it costs me a little bit over 100 USD per month for both. So I think it's about like 50 or 60, and then 40 for the platform. So where do you live, Q4? Portland, nice. That's not too far, because I'm in Vancouver, BC, so Portland isn't that far, is it? $400 kilometers. I mean, it's pretty far, but compared to the rest of the country, anyways. Oh, it's like a 5-hour drive. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, I love Vancouver also. I love BC in general. Vancouver is an awesome city for sure. Expensive, but that's not the good part. The food is so good in Portland. It's a food truck mecca. Nice. Yeah, I've never been to Portland. Just wondering, how did you learn trading on your journey? Well, I started trading back in like 2018, and in 2018, I started trading Canadian stocks like RBC, TD, and some like REITs, some real estate investment trusts. I made some money in that, so I was like, oh, let's go play with the big boys and get into trading into the U.S. stocks. So I started doing penny stocks in the U.S. Ended up losing a bunch of money doing that. Not very nice. And so then I started trading, I started just trading more like large caps, like more blue chip stocks. And while I had a little bit of success, it can be pretty challenging, obviously. Then after that, I moved into trading options. And and then when the COVID crash happened, I was actually long on Tesla and Apple options at the time. And the one day it started crashing, and then it kept crashing, and I was like, yeah, no problem, this is normal. And then the next day it crashed more. So I ended up selling those options for like $1. If you know anything about options, if you want to get out of a call option, when it becomes worthless, you can basically get out in it on $1, right? So basically lost a bunch of my capital. So I kind of sat on the sidelines and just continued learning for a while. And then in the end of 2024, I started getting back into trading some penny stocks. And, again, just kind of up and down. It's so challenging with those pump and dumps, right? And meanwhile, a friend of mine from Vancouver that I grew up with, Randy Baines, he started trading futures. And I was like, saw him posting on social media and stuff, and he's a good friend of mine. So I saw him at a Christmas dinner, and we were talking about trading and stuff. And then I got one of my personal accounts, and I started trading futures with Interactive Brokers. But if anyone knows about Interactive Brokers, you need a lot of, a margin to be able to trade contracts. It's not like some of those countries or companies that you can get in the States where your investment is like $500 or something per contract, right? Well, I think it's like around $2,500 per contract. So basically, I was trading one micro, and that's all I could trade, right? And I ended up losing $600 for the first 2 months of early 2025, and then in April, I started trading futures with a top one futures prop firm. And actually, by the end of the first month there, I got a payout. Got a payout of 4,300 Canadian. And then I just kind of continued hanging out with those ASFX TV guys and learning the VWAP and everything, and that's kind of how I did that. And Zach Arbucci, who's the guy who's in ASFX, also had a bit of a different trading style, and I really gravitated towards his style. Whereas I had some rough times with the VWAP idea, so I started adding in value areas and a little bit of ICT, fair value gaps and things like that. So now I've been trading live on YouTube for 6 months, and that brings us basically up to date. So Yeah, kind of my experience there in a nutshell. By no means am I like the best trader. I'm still in the learning process, right? But I've made payouts, and I'm putting in the time. I'm here Monday to Friday for market opens, and I trade Sunday at the market open evening session. And then now I've been adding in 2 days a week, usually Tuesday and Thursday if I can, or maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, or Wednesday, Thursday. But yeah. So I've been in this long here since back the so that would be 9:15 p.m. East Coast, I guess. After this wicked up here into this area, I've started getting confidence that we were holding this level. So I ended up getting long. My TP got missed by 2 ticks here to take 10 of the 15 that I have off, and then it pulled back, finding some support still here. So we're nicely up right now, but anything could still happen. We're not out of the woods yet. I'd feel better as soon as we get these 10. If we can get these 10 off somewhere up in this area, then I'll just bring myself to break even, and hopefully we can continue on and get some more TPs up there. So if you're a new trader wants to get into this field, how would you suggest to go? Yeah, I mean, definitely if you're looking for like a paid subscription or something, ASFX TV is a good place to start. It's like $100 a month. You can see them trade live, and they have a course set on their you can get some good starting places. I think the first things you should learn is the VWAP, weighted average price. That's just kind of like really helping you bias, or not necessarily today, but general trend, right? And there's really good guys that use from that. And then you can also buy in person. Or the other way is to get free YouTube people like me who are trading live every day. You can kind of see us and just kind of learn from watching trades happen live, talk about it, what's going on, why we got in, maybe why we're going to get out. And so just getting that screen time is definitely the way to go, right? Got to put in time on the charts, the biggest thing, and get some skin in the game so you can like learn your emotional side of trading. There's no real like strategy that's going to work for everybody or just one person. Everybody's slightly different, right? So someone might like VWAP, someone might not. You might gravitate to reversion trades, or like for what I use value areas and fair value gaps for entries. But yeah, just getting the experience through watching videos, taking trades, and watching other traders live is always handy. So we're not out of the woods here yet. This could end up coming down and stopping us out. So these channels like this are typically a bearish channel, right? It's just I'm kind of banking on the fact that we have orders above on the book map, which looks like some came off there around 15, which is a little bit more concerning, and seems like they're picking up the orders a little bit more down below 50, 80. So don't like that. Just need to get a little pop here above the 110s, and that'll give us an indication as to whether or not this is going to work out. But yeah, like I said, typically this is a bearish channel. Majority of the time it's going to come out the bottom, not a guarantee. But I'm just taking these trades in the with this inverted fair value gap below, and hoping that that we can head to the top of the channel and lining up with the orders on the book map there. So Yeah. What's up? Jose in the house. How you doing? Haven't seen you in a couple days. Hope you're doing good. Busy as usual. Let's hope we end up putting another wick in here, guys. We need this to wick up. Wick up. Hopefully this trend line isn't off, because this kind of looks like it could be like that even. Being good, but yeah, busy. Well, busy's good when you're the boss. Come on, NQ, let's go, boys. Need to see a pop here. The only problem is, guys, that we're in price discovery, so there's a good chance we could turn around and head back down to previous day high. Previous day high is up at 25,082, so right in this area. My stop is below that, but I'm risking quite a bit. I'd hate for it to get all the way down here, because that would be no good. No bueno. But anything could happen. So we'll have to see how this plays out, boys. Let's go. $35 seconds left here on this candle. Kind of almost like a head and shoulders here. That's not a very good closure. This is the first candle that has closed down here, but we did before, and then look at that pop after it. Let's see if we can. Let's hope they don't just keep starting going straight down. It could be trouble. Yeah, I'm not liking it, guys. I'm not liking it. That's why I was saying a little bit earlier, maybe I should just stop this around break even and then look at repositioning. But let's see if the buyers can chop this back up, chomp on it, eat up those orders. Some orders came off there at 80. Did they go back on? Now, this could be really promising if we can get back above. This ends up turning into a big wick and we end up making a green candle. That would be beautiful. But getting a little worrisome now. So this is 150K eval. I've had some pretty solid days on it, but I've also had some like max daily loss days on it where I sort of oversized a little bit too much. I think my max daily loss is set at like, let's set it to 1,000 here. But yeah, this current is not looking so hot now. High volume. Yeah, I see that. Sheesh, guys. We're going to get stopped again. Yeah, and of course my top is right at VWAP. I do have up to 1,000, so I can just risk it all. It is, you know, started a YouTube channel for the business. When I see our jobs and where our oh nice, yeah. You know, I will subscribe right now. Let's go buy our come on, go. I hope they got more than that though. What we really need to do now is if we gotta invert this. Okay. Not exactly what I wanted to see. I had a feeling we're going to come back to it. Need those buyers to hold here. Pretty key level. Seems like the sellers are currently winning though. And that's what I was saying about this bullish channel here. Like typically they break down, but whether or not we're going to be, completely broken down here is a different story. Wayne, I see you typed something, but nothing came through. You're saying, get out, butcher. Damn. Well, if they close it below 79 here, that's really bad for this trade here. Minute demand. Yeah, we're on the 2 minute right here, and let's check out the 1 minute. I kind of like this indecision candle though. Buyers are still here a bit. Although it looks like high volume is mostly all selling pressure. That's too bad my TP got missed by like 2 ticks there on that one wick. I did move it down 2 ticks now. So it's right at the peak of that tick, that wick there. But you're going long in the VWAP if there's signs of a bounce. Nice, yeah. That's definitely a good place to go long. Low volume down bar. Yeah, let's hope that that's the end of the steam for the. Oh, we didn't. Well, that's inverted on the. Oh, that is a 2 minute fair value gap though. We don't have it on the 3. We don't have it on the 5. So technically, by my rules, I should be getting out of this trade if I can get to break even. Because we inverted the inverted fair value gap. Come on, buyers, let's go. Pump us up. No, don't pump it down. Yeah, probably should have got out there, guys. Probably should have cut it and then look to re-enter here at the VWAP if we get a reaction. Shoot, guys. This trade was looking so good back over here. Again, another closure below it. Let's see if the buyers can step in here. At least retest this bearish fair value gap up here. They need to do that. That's why I'm thinking if I can get up to there, let's just stop it out and minimize the risk here on this, minimize the damage. We need more of a push than that, though. It's trouble, guys. I don't know if that VWAP's gonna hold. Guess we'll find out here pretty quick. Looking like it's gonna be a big stop out though. Do got a couple more points there. Gonna be a max daily loss though, it looks like, on this account. Come on, VWAP. Have faith. Uh-oh. No. We're done here, guys. Maybe I just don't have enough room on this stop here. Yeah, it's not looking good, boys. Not looking good. Back to the drawing board here. VWAP faith, come on. You're short 20 MNQ at 108? Wow, nice. That's beautiful. No, come on, guys. Get back up above that VWAP. Don't do it. Nice trade, Zach. How did you get in at 108? On this area? Basically, I'll have like 2 more stabs at taking larger size trades on this account before it'll be down. So got about 1,600 drawdown left right now. There's still a small chance we're going to recover this, but I don't know, guys. It looks pretty heavy. Look at this pretty high volume selling pressure. Yeah, it's starting to look like it could be okay for a bounce. But I just don't have very much room if it wants to like play around down there a bit more. Basically at the stop almost. Oh yeah, the CVD is still so green, hey? It's been pretty bullish, you know, since we started. I mean, I kept it running too, so it kind of has all the whole day's session in there. Nick Harms, hey, how you doing? Well, you came at the right time if you want to see a little bit of bloodbath here, looking like. I was long after we got a bounce here off this inverted fair value gap, went up here, missed my 10 contract TP there. I lowered it down, but it was 2 ticks higher, missed it by 2 ticks. Now it looks like I rolled over and basically looking like it's going to stop me out here on the next little leg if it does another leg lower. So yeah, it's too bad. It's a 150K combine. I still have a couple more trades if I do lose this trade to attempt to recover anything on this account, but we'll see. Not looking good at the moment though, let's put it that way. Yeah, this is a bullish fair value gap. I think it's on the 5. But kind of last line in the sand here is a VWAP if we can hold this level. But like as you can see, I'm so close to my stop here. I only have, you know, I only have $1,000 drawdown set for max loss on this account. So there's not a whole lot of space to the downside here if it goes any lower. Yeah, that's a good question, Zach. Uh-oh, there we go. Gonna get stopped. There we go, guys. Unfortunately, max loss there on that account. That's too bad. So we're dipping into the 15-minute fair value gap here. Let's put this on the 15 here. You'll see. Huh? Oh, it's a 30-minute fair value gap, actually. Right there. So we're kind of dipping into that guy. This was where my original target was to be a buyer. I got sucked into that other trade. Unfortunately, I didn't close it at a winning point. I was up over 500 at one point. So you just bought a funded on Tradeovate, looking to pass your eval now. Nice. Yeah, it's all good. Q4. That's just an eval I've been working on. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Obviously, I don't want to lose it, but is what it is. I have about $1,300 drawdown still on that one, and kind of running out of time. So this one, I think I gotta pay a reset fee in a few weeks. Haven't been put in too much effort into that one. Zach, that short's looking real nice though. You're bearish on NQ? Yeah, for sure. I don't blame you after this happened. We're coming up on the 10:30 p.m. East Coast candle here. VWAP might still hold, guys. We already have engaged the point of control since the open, so you know, that's why I was worried about this. We're in price discovery up here, but I said, you know, we might end up pulling all the way back down into the value area, get back into the agreed price. Now let's see if they don't want to hold the value area high and maybe try to push it higher here again, or they're just going to roll over. We do have this 5-minute fair value gap down below at 40s, which could sort of be a draw on liquidity, but we also have this 30-minute bullish fair value gap, which we got a pretty nice reaction out of it so far. Nice, Keith. Good job. I started the stream a little bit earlier today because I have to get to bed early. I'm up early tomorrow morning, so probably going to be ending the stream at around 9 to 9:30 my time, which would be right around midnight East Coast. We'll see how it goes, though. If I'm stuck in a trade, I might stay up a little later. But Green Delta previous 3 minutes, yeah. It's been definitely growing back up here. So that was the one thing I was concerned about there too, is just my stop was could be a little bit too tight there because I had the max daily drawdown. So really I was oversized a little bit. But originally I wasn't thinking I should have closed some profits up here, that's for sure. You're stuck going long? Yeah. Where are you long? Are you stuck because it pulled back on you? I feel you, bro. This one hit $1,000 in the max daily loss here on that pullback, and I was up like 540 or 550 up here. My TP, one of my TPs was up at 18.50, and this candle topped out at 18, so I missed 10 contracts there by 2 ticks. And if I would have got that, I would have put my stop to break even, and we would have been, yeah. You're long at 60? Nice. That's a good place to be long. Right in this 30-minute bullish fair value gap. I was thinking about getting long here in a different account now again, but need to get back up above 77 here. Invert this first bearish fair value gap on the 5-minute would be a nice indication that we might end up heading back up. I do trade gold on occasion. I wasn't watching it today necessarily, but you're targeting that 118 highs. Nice. Yeah, let's see if they can hold the VWAP, right? That's going to be a pretty key level here. If they end up, obviously, if they end up pushing down past 54, past 50 area, I'd be a little concerned that there's some more downside here. But we do have that 30-minute bullish fair value gap here, which held pretty nicely earlier. So we'll see. The real line in the sand, I guess, is to get, you know, a 30-minute closure above 91. We got this is a new 30-minute candle here. So let's hope that they don't invert it on this guy. Yeah, it's looking pretty crappy right now. It's not cooperating for longs anyways. Zach's going, yeah. Zach's in a short from up at 108 area, I think he said. But yeah, we're looking pretty heavy here, guys. I don't know if this is looking pretty good for Zach. Super simple short entry, 3-touch trend line at the top. Nice. So you just had like one of these guys, something like that, and you're like, oh, 1, 2, 3, and then lower. Yeah, it looks like we're heading down for this 5-minute fair value gap, guys. Holy smokes, guys. Woo! Oh, my lord. That was quite the breakdown there. Holy. Congratulations, Zach. Beautiful. All the way down, touch the 200 EMA, guys. right at the 500 level. Does anybody have any buy orders down there? Wow, that's pretty disgusting. Posted a chart on current down wave with Delta on charts. Wow, I see that. State of the Union comment did that? Oh, Trump's talking, guys. No wonder. You missed the whole sell up there. Did you have a take profit down there? I'm asking, what was that from? Trump. It said Trump said something about military thing with Iran. No TP? Oh, damn, that's too bad. Yeah, Trump said something about the military, and that big drop hit my TP, but it did not close the trade. Oh, there was no volume. There was no volume at the TP, I guess. Crazy. What kind of a reaction candle was that, hey guys? That was like the first Trump candle we've seen in a while. Seems kind of like it was like a Trump candle. Hit that bottom support, yeah, right down to the 200 EMA and the point of control there. You're long right now? We're getting a nice bounce, that's for sure. Yeah, brutal retrace for sure. If you're short, like you missed quite a bit there, hey? Like 100 points on that wick or something. Oh, damn. Split striker. That's too bad. No FOMOing into any other trades, though. That's, you know. Just got one more Lucid 50K with your code. Hey, thank you, Lone Wolf. Then on payday, may get 2 more and make it 5 accounts. Wow, nice. You gonna copy trade? Make sure you keep those tight if you do. Don't blow them all at once by accident. We are about to blast. You think it's gonna turn around and blast off to the bullish side? How is the copy trading? Is it you're using that motive wave for that, or are you using Quant Tower? Oh, you trade 2 at a time? Nice. Yeah, that's the advice I need to hear. They're taking long here, and I really shouldn't. Yeah, for sure. I mean, don't FOMO into this. I mean, if you're going to, make sure you keep it a tight stop. Motive wave right now, and also have it set up in Quantire. Nice. So you can use either platform right now. Yeah, it's pretty dangerous, guys. I wonder if that's going to be the bottom, hey? With that kind of a wick there, holy. 60-point bounce. The wick itself is 45 points. That whole candle was 80 points. Pretty savage. Yeah, slingshot it. Yeah, it was like an instant whip down and then back up. Buyers just stepping in real strong here, trying to invert this fair value gap currently. Three-minute 1800 plus delta swing. Yeah. You know, normally when we have a candle like that, such a strong take of the VWAP, I would be thinking about taking a short here at the retest of the VWAP. So but I just don't really trust it, guys. I don't like trading it when we got kind of like news like this. Although we didn't see Trump unveils plan to tax cuts. No, that was old. I'm surprised they didn't put anything on Financial Juice regarding that. Oh, he's live right now, State of the Union? Okay. Well, anyone who got in around the PLC is sitting pretty right now. Man, I had some orders way down here too earlier, and then I took them all off before I went live because I was in that other trade, which ended up stopping me out. That's too bad. Should have just left those orders there originally. I had them all in this area, which I probably would have got stopped out on that pullback anyways. I'm pretty sure I had my stop down at the lows here. So they probably would have hit all three of those and then ripped straight to my stop. Yeah, we need some green delta above VWAP for us to say we want to go higher, that's for sure, right? But yeah, until we get over the VWAP, I don't know, looking more like we're going to be bearish going forward. Obviously no guarantee, but hey, welcome to the stream, everybody. We have 31 people in YouTube and 4 people in X. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see y'all. MACD's still looking pretty bearish, guys. We're still spread open pretty nicely. It is curling a little bit at the bottom here, but TP1 a VWAP. So you're obviously you're long, Wayne, from somewhere down here. That was a nasty stop run. Long after the volume spike, yes. Nice. Every time they chant USA, MNQ drops a few points. Really? At the State of the Union? Gold's currently going sideways here. Not looking that pretty. Yeah, if you get an hourly close below the 59. How long do we have till that? We got 10 minutes to the hourly close, eh? Yeah, we've been putting in some pretty strong candles here. Decreasing volume though. But the MACD is curling over there a bit, so looking like it's trying to curl up with the price here. Yeah, the price is getting tight. These bubbles? Yeah, so these are large orders. So one's 40 contracts and the other one's 40 contracts. So yeah, interesting. You usually don't see them like lined up so nice like that. But yeah, it looks like a pretty equal level at that point, right? So sellers obviously got absorbed and then buyers kind of continued up there. Yeah, it's pretty strong V retracement, right? V recovery here, straight down and then straight back up basically. Sort of struggling here with the value area high and then the fair value gap above there. Oh, really, AG? That flash crash blew your account? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You didn't you have any stops in there, or? That was a nasty crash. I don't know. Trump needs to stop talking in general. Just the only time I didn't put a stop loss got me, of course, right? Figures. Sorry to hear that. No, you haven't been banned. Not at all, Lafta. Just, you know, sometimes YouTube will like filter chats. So it's possible it filtered out some of your... Somebody told me the other day there's a couple, there's top chat, there's live chat, and there's fan funding. So sometimes the chat will like sort of organize, like YouTube will automatically organize your chats. So it's possible you were in the it was still in the live chat, but not in the top chat. If you click that little drop down there, you can see. Happy London. I've been holding one unit overnight. How are you feeling about MQ, MES, MYM? Well, I was feeling pretty bullish up until a few minutes ago. I took a long up here. I ended up getting stopped out, and then it just crashed down. So now I'm like thinking, I don't know how bullish we can be here. I mean, obviously we did a nice recovery there, but where does this bounce? Could end pretty soon, right? Big wick up there, right to previous day high. It's definitely looking strong, guys. They're trying to push it back down below value area high and the VWAP here. I'm waiting for the POC and keep moving. Just reject all this if Trump don't STFU. Yeah, of course. I know Trump's blabbing away here, so the shorts are desperate. They're trying pretty hard right now to push it back down. That's for sure. Yes, we are. Zach's been short since 108, guys. So unfortunately, you didn't have a long bomb TP order in. That would have been nice to get tagged in around 25,000. Hey, does our Prime Minister? Do we have State of the Union? I don't know if we do have that. It's kind of a little bit different in Canada, right? Our Prime Minister is like a curse to all our sporting teams. Every sporting team that he goes to is the teams end up losing. Goes and gets pictures with the team and they end up losing. Sucks the juice out of every Canadian possible. It's a vampire. JD Vance looked mad the whole speech. It was like an hour gang. But definitely bullish energy. ADX, hopefully it can follow through. Retest VWAP. What signs do we look for in a VWAP failure? We need a nice strong candle closure below the VWAP there. If more than 50% of this candle is a closure below it, that's definitely a good sign. But rejecting off this fair value gap is also a pretty good one here at the 75, right? Oh shoot, I've had it on the wrong freaking account here the whole time. A 2-hour speech. All right, well, I locked in a decent amount, 67 points on 12 contracts here. See if we can't, hopefully we can get a little bit push more down. Come on, Trump, say something stupid. Covered a little bit there. I'm gonna try to take a little bit more off here. Just want to make sure I lock some of this profit here. So we got 4 left. Oh, yeah, 4 left. I'll leave 4 left here. We'll just put the stop here. Let's see if we can't get this to go lower here. We'll let these babies ride. Trump signing ties? Yeah, I hate our president, right? Next time you get to vote again with your ID. Oh yeah? Well, I mean, that does seem a little bit weird that you don't have to have your ID to be able to vote. Like, doesn't that seem pretty scamish, guys? I think that should be like pretty standard. I think there's kind of a couple rules. One is you should have to be an American citizen, right? And 2, you'd have to have like some ID with you to prove who you are, right? Or you can just go around and write ballots and drop it in everywhere. Space Futures FX, good evening. How you doing, buddy? Thinking about taking 2 more off here, guys. There we go. I took 2 more off there. I'll leave the stop here. So that was a pretty nice trade. Up about 300 there. And we got 110 still in profit right now, 113. Let's just put our stop here to value area high. If we get back up there, we don't want to be holding this any longer. So Trump is dead as F. Yeah. GS makes sense what he's saying. I don't know if you need ID for a job. You should need one to vote. Yeah, of course, right? Like it doesn't make sense. Like, think about how many scamming votes there could be if you don't have to have an ID. Like, you could go to one voting center to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and just put your vote in. And yeah, doesn't seem very fair, right? I do copy trade on occasion. This is just in a single account here. It's a Lucid Lucid 100K evaluation account. Speaking of Lucid, I'm gonna get my Lucid banners going here. I have top one futures up right now. Gotta show them some love too. If you guys are looking to skip your evaluations, definitely top one futures is the way to go. You can get a pretty good discount right now up until the end of the month. You can get, what is it, 50% off here. I'll play my little video file for you. Should be coming traders. Just a quick heads up, but if you're looking to get funded, Lucid Trading is currently running 40% off all their evaluation accounts, a limit of 5 per trader. This offer is valid through March 1st at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time 2026. You can use my code MBT to get that discount, or you can just scan the QR code in the top right corner of this video. If you're looking to get funded right now, Top One Futures has 60% off funded accounts, Instant Sim Funded, Straight to Funded Sim Pro, and Ignite accounts, all 60% off. Get funded now using the code MarketButcherTrades MBT, or scan the QR code in the top right corner of this image. Stage, there we go. We're back. We are back. But that's more so, like I say, more so if you guys are thinking about going straight to funded. So let's see. It doesn't work that way here, bro. My deport people then and put them on your side. Yeah. It's crazy you need ID for everything but voting in the US. Yeah, that's crazy. ID, you need to go ID for everything. Getting drinks, joining the army, I'm sure, right? 1 vote per person, name and address, etc. Zach, what is at Zach? Damn zippity? Sinister scalper shots. Let's back in the charts and head to the Roxy. Yeah, let's do it. I'm down. Roxy's a good times. Good times. My kids can't wait to vote for AOC for POTUS. What's POTUS again? Sorry, I'm not really sure. Oh, for president? President of the United States. Oh, gotcha. Thanks, Zach. I'm such a noob, eh? Lotus and SCOTUS? Oh, First Lady and Supreme Court. Nice. Yeah, I like this rejection here off of this bearish fair value gap. And basically rejected off the New York or the start of debut up there, guys. And lower here. We need to get a closure. Looks like we're going to close down here, but they might come up here and retest this bearish fair value gap. So let's see. We do have this bullish one down here, so might take off one more contract when we get down to this area. down at 40. You need a break of 50 to hold? Yeah, let's go. Me too. I want to see us get down to the point of control. Your TP's 993? Ooh, damn. So you're looking for all that wick to get completely taken out, hey? Oh, maybe I should have taken that one off there. I was thinking about taking it off at 40. Yeah, I'll put an order here at 40. Let's see if I can't get this one off. And it'll leave us with one contract after that. Yeah, you think we're definitely filling the wick? I mean, I could just leave this other contract here. Just risk it for the biscuit. 3-minute potential dip buy on the big boys for the volume spike. We will see. Yeah, let's see how much the buyers protect this, right? Because they sure as heck bought it back up real fast. Yeah, if we can get down towards here, I'll definitely just take this one off and then I'll bring my stop down a little bit more here. Taking it off, taking that TP off. Can just move my stop down a bit more here. If we rip past this low with some momentum, I'm going to start getting aggressive with this stop here. Yeah, I'm taking one off here, guys. And I'm going to go down to this one contract here. I was hoping that we were going to kind of push through that right away. So this is pretty decent trade here. We're currently up 450 in this account on this trade. Closed majority of the trade. And we got 71 bucks floating here. So it looks like my stop is about halfway, so about 35. So not hard to overmanage sometimes, I know, right? For sure. So hard not to overmanage. Yeah, I mean, I might be overmanaging it here too, right? Or I could have just held on to those and just been patient for POC, but I already took some losses in that other account, so I'm like feeling like I need to just lock it. I haven't been up there in about 6-7 years. You're overdue. Yeah, it'd be nice. I haven't been up to out to the Roxy in probably about a year or more. You're long on gold right now? I see a big green candle there. Nice little hold of that previous day's VWAP. Not previous days, but that would be Monday's VWAP. you want to go straight to number 5? Have you been to number 5 Orange, Sinister Scalper? We should, you have a gold membership at number 5? Yeah, we should do a trader meetup downtown at number 5. Be a little awkward. We'd be talking charts with peelers everywhere. You got a giant bull flag on gold? Oh yeah, it's looking like it. Kind of looks almost like a head and shoulders though. That's what they want you to think though. Oh, you've been talking about the Roxy. Yeah. It's like one of those bars where you can see people like from like, you know, just of age, like 19 and then 45 or 50. There's like a range of every age in that bar. Zach, hello. Are you thinking it goes back down to the bottom of that big wick? That's what Tim's asking. Then we stumble into the Roxy Burger after hours to stoke up the booze before bed. Yeah, sounds about right. Been there, done that many times. Sometimes I'll go to Pita Pit also. And they have this, I don't know if you went there, but they had this little like toonie bullseye where you got to throw the $2 coin and get it in the bullseye. If you got the bullseye, you get like a free sub or free pita pit. Pita. It was pretty good. I won that before. Yeah, this MNQ book map looks so gross right now, guys. What the heck? Tim was thinking the same thing. There you go, guys. I did leave a runner to hang out with you guys, see if we can't get down there. I would probably be taking it at the POC. I wouldn't be waiting for all the way down there, but I mean, yeah, why not? I don't see why not. And sort of the current point of control, as you can see by this volume, visible range volume profile, sorry, these blue and yellow here, this is actually the point of control right there. So I would be careful around this 20 level. Definitely is a draw on liquidity, but whether or not they end up holding this and going higher here is going to be, could be the line in the sand, right? We got a couple below. So first things first, we need to invert this fair value gap. So a 5-minute candle closure below 32.75 area would be sweet. Then definitely we're going to be going down to 20 or 10 area. Oh, by the way, you won a 50K My Funded Futures account today. Nice, Tim. That's awesome. Oh, hey, Dad. Good evening. Good evening. How are you? Papa Roy in the house. I really gotta reach out to Lucid and see. I just never see anyone getting any free accounts from Lucid. Have you guys seen any like giveaways with Lucid accounts? I've never seen anybody, like, they don't really give away accounts, do they? Let me know what you guys think. Have you seen Lucid giveaways before? Because it's kind of like my most popular, like it's my you know, I have the most affiliate sales out of them with that firm, but it's like I've never seen them giving anything away. So I'm trying to get a hold of them, so I'll see if I can get like they do giveaways. Okay, thanks FL Trader. Yeah, just I'm not sure how to contact them to see if they'll give me some accounts to give away, because I'd love to give you guys some accounts. Maybe I gotta like hit a certain level of affiliate sales before they start giving you accounts, but I should reach out to their support. Maybe they have I'll check out my email, see if they have like an affiliates. Let's see, Lucid. I'm not watching Trump yapping right now, but I did hear he is yapping. Let's a couple of us are short right now, which is pretty good for when Trump is yapping, because he usually doesn't say anything to help the market. I should put it on though. Where is this? Let's put it on State of the Union. So I just found out today that our awesome Prime Minister, I'm sure you can hear my sarcasm, gave another $2 billion to Ukraine. Guys, we have 2 million people, over 2 million people a month visiting food banks in Canada. We have a housing crisis. We have the highest inflation in the G7, and it's crazy. And now BC, where I live, they're increasing taxes too. Oh my God, man. We desperately need a change in our government in Canada. That's just my opinion. Where is this live? Is this one live? This one's live right here, I think. Is he still talking, or is he off now? Yeah, death by taxes. Like Canada, and especially British Columbia now, is the worst. Chrono culture, I agree 100%. I'm surrounded by extreme lefties at work. It's maddening. Oh, sorry, Zach. Sorry to hear that, bro. It seems like he's done. Okay, so we just missed him here. Oh yeah, I see everybody's kind of filing out of the room right now. I've been in that room actually where they're doing the State of the Union. It's like with has all the statues around it. Gold bull flag? Let's see. I mean, yeah, that's definitely a bull flag. For shizzle. It's almost a head and shoulders. Got me a little worried, but it definitely looks like a nice bull flag. I heard today Canada pays 42% in taxes. Yes, you're totally right. By the time all of the taxes get taken, not just our income tax, but cost of everything we buy, government sales tax, provincial sales tax. Every time money changes hands, they get taxed. It ends up being around 42%. Yes. Considering the time of night, you think we could just grind lower? Yeah, we might end up just grinding lower for a bit more, and then yeah, it's probably more like 60%. But I've seen lots of people saying that it's like 42 or 42% or something too. I saw something similar recently that FL Trader's talking about. But yeah, it's crazy. I never really wanted to live in the US before, and like only because like I've always thought like there's just so many guns everywhere that kind of scares me a little bit. Like I like I like guns for like shooting at the range and stuff, but I just hate to think that like you could say, hey, screw you in the car, and then the guy that you yelled screw you just grabs his gun and like shoots you, right? But I've been honestly thinking like, man, I wish I lived in the States now. Like, I know it's not great with Trump and all, but the system is definitely better for being prosperous in the US, right? So yeah, in BC, used cars get taxed every time it's sold. How crazy is that? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you don't road rage, you'll do fine. Yeah, I know that's one thing. Is like, I guess you're not going to be yelling at people, right? I just realized I got like a building show on. It's starting to get cold. You're thinking about getting a book map. What's it all cost with the real-time data? You know what? I'll even look it up. What I paid last month, because I saw it on my credit card. So I got the global, and then I got the bundle, the bundle of CME, CVOE, and COMEX. Let me just check my credit card statement here. So it cost me 70, like 150. Is what it cost me for book map. Yeah, I definitely like using book map. It's not very clear right now, as you can see after we had those huge moves, but typically you can like see where the orders are. Like earlier, we didn't quite get there, but this is definitely my target earlier, and quite often the book it just shows you there's more orders above or less orders below, or more orders above or below. If it's dark below, typically price is going to where the orders are. Obviously, like in trading, we all know this, that nothing's guaranteed, but if you already have a bias and you have levels that you're targeting, you can like find confluence on the book map. And then if you keep an eye on CVD, quite often you can see a divergence of price and CVD, which also can help on your trades. And who doesn't want to see where all the orders are, right? So TOS gives free book map for ES. Nice. That's pretty awesome. So I think it's like 150 per month. But I'm not sure. Like, that must be Canadian dollars, because it doesn't say USD on my thing. So let me see. I can open up a map on the side here and make sure. I don't know if it has been converted. back into the value area. Must be some longs below value area low. Oh, we're popping here, guys. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I want to put my stop here above. We're gonna put it at value area high. Back to value area high again here. See if we can't get a rejection out of from the New York VWAP and this bearish fair value gap. And we do have some increasing volume here on this last push up here. And we did invert a fair value gap there, didn't we? So that's not very good. Not very good for the cells anyway. This was a bearish fair value gap that got around this 5. So we're kind of at here, pretty key level. Oh, sorry, my audio is breaking up. It's because I got whenever Financial Juice has a squawk box going off, it always interferes with what you guys are hearing through the mic for some reason. Maybe I should have the mic a little bit closer. This might help a little bit. Off right now. It's breaking up again. Austin Tucker Martin used to have purchased a shotgun while driving south to Florida shortly before the incident at Mar-a-Lago. Really? Yeah, don't live in Canada then. You know, the Liberals are trying to take all our guns away. But you think they're doing anything to stop that? Heck no. But, law-abiding, citizens that have gun permits, they're like, they got to buy a gun buyback program. So they don't even want us to be able to protect ourselves anymore. Yeah, definitely get if you ever trade gold or YM, you definitely need the bundle because it doesn't even make sense to buy them separately. You pay more if you buy the CME and then just Globex, you're going to pay more than the bundle and then you can get it all in one bundle. So. Yeah, the whole gun grab thing just drives me crazy. It's like we got, citizens that are following the laws, getting their gun licenses, registering their weapons, everything, and then they're just taken back. And the amount of guns that they have banned in Canada is it's pretty crazy. Anything with more than 5 slot ammo and you can shoot any type of rapid way, they're not even letting us have it. It makes no sense. Yet, you're not going to stop the criminals from getting the guns. They just get illegal guns. So yeah, and then if a guy comes into your house in Canada and tries to rob you, he has a knife and you shoot him, you're going to get charged with assault. Or could get charged with some sort of, attempted murder or something like that because they had a knife and you had a gun. Come on. So, I mean, that's why I like the conservatives here because they want to make a bunch of changes that are, going to benefit Canada. Whereas the liberal WEF elite guys, they don't like Canadians, really. I mean, it doesn't seem like it. Immigration's out of control. Yeah, I know. They come into your house, it doesn't matter. It's you. If they have a knife, you got to put your gun down and get a knife and fight them with a knife, and then you're okay. What the hell? And we have, the liberals soft on crime rules here. So basically, like, they let everybody out on bail. So actually, like 80 or 90% of all the crime in Canada is like done by the same whatever X amount of people, 500, 100 people, 500 people. Like, they do thousands of crimes, they get caught, they get released on bail, then they go back and do more crimes, they get caught again, released on bail, over and over. So being in the States definitely has its benefits, guys. Might be a good idea to move to Alberta, guys, if you're in Canada. It's still like the best province. Yeah, so I got global. The global package. Global package is $39 a month. And then, where is the data? Well, it's not going to shit faster than Canada. That's for sure. You guys actually have a growing GDP. Canada's GDP is below like one of your worst states' GDPs. So what does that mean? I forget who it is. I've seen it on the news recently where they're talking about like Canada's GDP is now below. Yes, I am. I'm in a short trade here. You can see I only have one contract left. I covered the majority of my trade here, but I got one floating around here, and I made I'm up 427, including what I have here. So probably about close to 400 if this gets to the stop loss. So Canada is 0.5 GDP, not per year, for the last 10 years. Worst of any G7. Yes, we are the worst in so many cases in the G7. Like, we have the worst food inflation in the G7 too. We have more than double the food inflation that the US has. You can't even, you pay like $40 for a steak of Canadian grade A beef. How does that? People always say, well, yeah, we got tariffs. Well, what do you mean we got tariffs? Yeah. How about beef is made that's grown in Canada, from Canada, shouldn't have tariffs, right? So how does that explain why we're paying $40 for like a premium steak, And I think I saw somewhere that you can go down to like Mexico and get a similar steak for like $8. It's wild. Okay, the futures data. What have we got here? What are the prices here? Healthcare. Okay, so the problem with our healthcare system now is we have so many immigrants. No offense to anyone who may be an immigrant, but not just people who are here immigrating legally, but a lot of illegal immigrants. And so talking. Sorry, my financial juice keeps going off, which cut me off. So, anyways, we had over 100,000 people die in the freaking hospital waiting rooms this last year, waiting to get to see a doctor. There's so many people compared to what we're. Oh my god! I need to shut that off. All right, shut that off. Okay, yeah. So we had last year over 100,000 people die in the waiting room. I don't understand what's going on here. Why financial juice is still talking to me. There we go. Hopefully that stopped it. Yeah, like it's so crazy. We have like over like 2 million people that don't even have a family doctor. Like you have to go to a walk-in clinic, and like there's no family doctors are accepting new patients because our system is so overflowed. We don't have enough hospitals, we don't have enough doctors. It's pretty wild actually. Yeah. And then I don't know if you heard about MAID. MAID is medically aided killing, taking your life kind of thing. Medically aided taking your life, and it's pretty crazy. Like the types of things that they're letting people, take their own lives basically through MAID, and it's a program, medically assisted, take your life situation. You're short on doctors, hospitals, and nurses too? Yeah. But money talks, right? Is it legally supported? Yes, it is. It's a new government program, and there a lot of the politicians in the States, when I've seen them talking about Canada, they're like, "You can't believe it. It's really about organ, sort of like harvesting." You think assisted suicide is a good thing? I mean, I guess it depends, right? Because, for example, we had a 26-year-old guy who was suffering from depression and vision loss, and they let him do it. So, I mean, I guess it depends on what you think is valuable, right? Don't need those organs. Where are you going? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. If you're like terminally ill or super old and terminally ill and whatever, yeah, exactly. I'm not really against that. Like if and you're suffering through that time of your terminal illness, then of course I agree that should be the case, right? But for some of the reasons some of these people have now, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like the guy's 26 years old, has depression and vision loss. So like 26-year-old, like what the heck, man? So we kind of rejected off this fair value gap. So let's see. We're probably going to be stuck in between these two gaps here, guys. Between 60 and 40-ish. But if we can get an inversion below here, then we can definitely see POC coming into play. And then adversely, we get a closure above 65, previous day high target, maybe. Tom used made, he was 71. Oh, really? Yeah. Tom had lots of issues though, didn't he? Yeah, like do exercise. That'll probably get you out of some depression, right? This one guy being to the gym now says 5 minutes of push-ups is all one needs to look great. It's true. It's true. If you were to just try to do, 100 push-ups a day, spread it out in sets of 10s or 20s throughout the day, and if you could do that for 30 days straight, oh my God, you're gonna see some real benefits there. I'm gonna write an email here to Lucid to see if they can hook up some accounts that I could give away. Tom had lots of problems. We were there to see him off. Yeah, wow. Yeah, Tom was a good guy, but yeah, he had some issues. Hey, I feel like 71's pretty young though to go. Missing my TP by a few points is absolutely torture. I've hit the reverse button twice now trying to chase. Oh no, Zach. Don't do it. Lock it up, bro. Lock it up. Almost hitting hard. Chasing dollar goals. Always messing me up, my man. Yeah, just lock it out, bro. Lock it out. When you start feeling that way, that's the moment you need to say, okay, enough's enough. I'm going to be mature about this situation and just, shut it down and reassess, reassess, and hit back at it tomorrow. Okay, guys, do push-ups. You will trade better. Buy them evals from Market Butcher. Nice. Okay, thanks, Lafta. Nice promotion though. You posted a chart in charts on Discord just to show how it's looking. Okay, check that out. Thank you for sharing that. So this was in the chart earlier. I think this was Wayne saying about these levels here. So interesting. I've never seen the footprint chart like this, but it was like the wave. What is it? Wave something? 3-minute MNQ down wave with delta footprint. There we go. And then here's what Lone Wolf posted here. So this one is oh yeah, this is your I can't think of the name right now. I do like this platform though. Motive Wave, right? Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. I like how I like the dark color, and then again, like I was saying before, I do like the interface here to take care of your trades and whatnot. Nice, thanks for sharing. You changed your background a little bit. I think previously it was a little bit more blue. Now it's like all black. Aura Rivera, welcome to Discord. Thanks for joining. The labels are bar timer, total profit loss, ATR, and the spread. Delta volume. We got a couple little gas gauges on the bottom right corner there. That looks pretty nice. I see the ATR shows a 0.893 up there. ATR 14.893. And spread is 0.25. Okay, nice. That's interesting. Some good data. And nice and small, tucked in the top corner there. 3-minute 34 EMA sideways needs some upslope. Yeah, it's ATR on the 1-minute chart. Yeah. So are you, Wayne? Are you still long from that, from those lows there? Because I think you said you got long up and around this area in the near the 40, 43, 45 area. Might get a bounce in here at the 47. But yeah, I like how that looks, Lone Wolf. Very nice looking charts. If I get another chance, if I get another account, I'll definitely be looking at trying to get, I'll go Rhythmic, and I want to check out like Motive Wave and or Quantower or both. You're long below developing value area low. My developing value area low is showing up here. Depends on, I guess, where your price, where you measure the price from, right? But oh, like if you do it right from that candle, we're still above it. You just need to figure out what moving averages you want on it. I use 9 and 21 and 200. Down 3K, locking out and going to bed. Oh, sorry to hear that, Zach, man. That sucks. Definitely lock it out. That's tough. FOMO's a real thing, guys. Like, you know, when I think Zach said he was short at 108, which was way up here, and then kind of missed out on this wick here. And then that creates those like emotional feelings like, oh, I could have had this or I should have had that. And then, you know, if you don't recognize that right away, you can get into a tilt cycle, right? Where you kind of just zone in and focus on, you know, whatever, you kind of like zone in a little too tight. And then you start, you know, making some bad decisions. So sorry to hear that, Zach. Yeah, shake it off and get back at it. I wish Motive Wave had fair value gaps. Well, I mean, yeah, it would be nice. Do you use TradingView at all though? Because you could always just, you know, have it on TradingView, whatever you're trading, and then that'll print the fair value gaps. But they're relative, like they're pretty easy to find, right? It's just nice when you don't have to add them yourself. But as price develops, you can always just, you know, add the box here and there, right? So, you know, for me, the 9 and the 21 EMA are sort of like, I'm looking to try to get down to the point of control here. But we got a few lines in the sand here. We got this 5-minute bullish fair value gap and this current one here. So if we can invert this guy, then I'll definitely say we'll be coming down to the 20s or to the 10s. So I'll be a little more aggressive on taking profit on my final contract down there. But yeah, trying to shoot for this low, the lows down here to the point of control, or close to the bottom of this wick if possible. But yeah, so back to those moving averages, I basically use them for momentum, right? As long as they're like angled up or angled down and nice and spread apart, you know that the move is still pretty healthy, right? As soon as it starts kind of the one's curling over and the other one's kind of like slowly curling over and they're getting closer together, there's a good chance of a reversal, right? As you can kind of see here in this big move, as the further we kept going up, the wider and wider it keeps getting, right? And then as they're curling here, that's kind of the sign to like exit. You know, they had a crossover right there, and then look at, as soon as we have the crossover, whew, big dump. So that's, you know, one way that you can look at it. But yeah, I usually like to, you know, quite often you'll see it holding the 9, holding the 9, holding the 9, holding the 9, right? But as you can see up here, it started flattening out. So you can kind of tell that there's potentially the move's going to be over here, right? I like the VWAP. I buy above it. Yeah, of course, right? You buy typical rule, right? Look for longs above VWAP. Look for shorts below VWAP, right? This red line here is my VWAP, and it's a anchored VWAP. So you can get this little button up here or on the side over here for volume-based tools, anchored VWAP. You just click on that, drop it on the starting candle. So I put it on the 6 p.m. East Coast candle, and then I'll also drop one on the New York Open candle. As you can see, this guy right here, this blue guy, ends right there at the 6:30 or 9:30 a.m. East Coast candle. And then I also leave the previous day's one on. And yeah, that's kind of, but usually the current session VWAP is the one I'll pay more attention to. These guys could end up being like targets or support areas, right? Oh, you have fair value gaps in Quant Tower? Nice. Maybe you just got to write to support and see if Motive Wave will start working on that. That would be sweet. What time do we got here? 9:02, guys. You were up 400, but not anymore? Like, you were in that long, right? They're working on it. They keep adding features, and they love it when people ask different features. They add it to their list to add. Nice. Well, that's great then, because that's the kind of platform you want to get behind, right? Okay, guys, I wrote an email to Lucid. Let's see if we can get lucky and get some accounts to give away. Over trading like a fool. Oh, sheesh. Stop doing that. Stop it. I'm talking to you. Blackout news. It's so hard, man. Even I do it. Don't worry. I hate it when you start getting into that spiral. But you really got to learn those triggers, right? A lot of people say you got to track your trades, see what's working and good, everything. But honestly, the best thing is actually to assess your emotional state throughout the trades. If you can do that, right, then you can actually learn a lot about what creates these tilts, like whether getting edged on your take profit order or anything like that is kind of like your trigger. And then if you can kind of get ahead of that, that happens to you, and then you just like lock it out or walk away, right? And then quite often the market isn't cooperating, right? It's just not being very nice. So TL539, good evening, enjoying the stream and chill music. Got in a short MNQ, nice. Well, I hope it rolls over here for you and for me too. And sorry if anyone is lost. I don't want you to lose. You vote for a markup phase? Yeah. Still sideways since volume spike 3-minute yield trading range. Yeah. I mean, we could go either way at this point, right? Right, Wayne? Like, we're kind of in that area where it could. That's why I brought my stop down into money. If we end up popping here, I want to get out of my last contract, but I'm still holding it just in case we decide to go a little lower here. So yeah, it is a bit of a flip of a coin right now. So, we got fair value gaps on either sides. We got the VWAP above. So anything could happen here, because there is room all the way down to like value area low, previous day VWAP, 200 EMA, lots of key support levels below. But whether or not we're going to get there, we'll see, right? We had a pretty long consolidation at the end of the New York session, pulled back, found support, and then, made a higher high. This could be a higher low before we end up, potentially going to a new higher high. Are they accumulating longs or shorts? Yeah. Well, I mean, overall, like I was saying, this could be a higher low. So they might end up taking us back up to the highs or even, make a new high or even back up to the highs at least, right? Dipping into this fair value gap here. Let's pay attention for a rejection off this VWAP. Could think about, since I am in a free trade, I could think about adding to this trade here. And I could probably still keep my stop basically break even or in the profit. We'll have to see how this plays out here. Looking like the bulls are stepping back in here. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, guys. Just added one there. Oh, we might get stopped out here, break even on this last contract. But I better change this to 2. Confirm. Okay. If we bounce here, I'm gonna get taken out, basically break even. And it looks like we might get bounced here. But I figured, why not try it? At this point, not really losing anything. I just went short of the VWAP expecting a drop. Yeah, I hope so. Still got this fair value gap here. This bearish one that they're trying to invert here. Let's see what happens with the New York VWAP. We got or sorry, the start of day view up. We got the start of day view up. We got the value area high there for key levels. Come on, markup phase. Wayne, we're fading each other here. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want to be rooting against my fellow traders because I'm like being selfish about my trade. Yeah, markup phase, let's go. Oh. Yeah, pretty flat view up, you're right. Maybe not that strong of resistance, right, at this point. Moto, welcome to the channel. I don't recall your name. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Hey, we got 569 subscribers, guys. We're slowly grinding our way up to the 600 level. Super excited to get to that 1,000 point. That would be just so amazing. And then recently got to 500, so I started doing super chats. I've been blessed with a number of super chats over the first couple streams there. Thanks to Q4 and who else was the other guy? I was trying to remember who else gave me a $10 chat in the last stream. That was really very nice of them. Been here once or twice? Okay, thanks. My memory isn't that great. Oh, Del, that's who it was. There we go. Del Habi, welcome. Yeah, you came perfect timing. You stepped in right here to push price back down here. So that ad really helped out here, guys, on this. I almost feel like I should be trying to lock this profit in here. I think I might take one off here again, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna take one off here, guys. Right in this bottom of this bearish fair value gap here. There we go. I got that one off. So we only have the one contract left now, and I'm gonna go break even here on this guy, just because I don't want to risk giving any more back after I locked in that last contract there. So we're currently up 436 on that trade, and we got about $14 in profit on this remaining contract. So I don't like the short anymore. Just realized 5 minute had a break of structure. I covered my short. Okay, yeah, nice. Yeah. If you finding something about your trade strategy that's reversed or backwards, definitely, right? I'm gonna drag this a little bit into the money here, right into the middle of this fair value gap, so we can get a couple bucks out of this one if it decides to bounce on us. So, hey, thanks, Del. I was just talking about you, and I forgot your. I knew that you were the one that gave me that $10 super chat, but I was like, I couldn't remember exactly who did it. And then as soon as I saw your name, I'm like, it was Del. Del did it. You'll look for longs if you see a sign of a bounce. Oh, I think my voice just cracked away. A bounce. Hard work on the voice being a streamer. Time is at 9:15. Hey guys. Like a Dell computer? Sounds good, Dell. How's that fire going looking, guys? Oh yeah, need to warm up my hands here a little bit. It doesn't look like doesn't look very 4K. There we go. That looks a little better. So we're gonna have to see what happens here on this fair value gap, guys. If they can invert this, that'll be good for the bears. But this could be a key support level before they end up making a move higher here. So 569 subscribers. Thank you for everyone who did subscribe today. I appreciate you guys. Looks like I don't see any other active traders right now. Any live traders anyways. Not many. Maybe some Bitcoin, Forex education. Down the chart a bit. What are you shorting? Well, I shorted I shorted in here, this area, the start of day VWAP. And then I entered somewhere around 68, and then I added in this as we were pulling back after we started wicking this fair value gap, added to it, ended covering most of my contracts in this area, 52, 53, 49 there. Ended up covering one more down here, a couple more down here at one at 38. And then we bounced back up here. I was holding in short still, and had one contract. I added one contract in the top of this bearish fair value gap right there. You can see at 63, I added one in, and then I closed out my earliest one of these guys up there. Closed it out there, and I just have this one guy left. So basically trading the overnight VWAP, or the start of day VWAP, whatever you want to call it, the 6 p.m. East Coast VWAP. Yusa Maro J Boot. US oil, is that what you're responding to? What are you shorting? When Dell said that? You're short from 62 with 4 contracts. Split striker. Okay, 62. Nice. Yeah, that's a great entry. This fair value gap definitely worked. We got the rejection on the VWAP. So, I mean, like I was saying, though, this is a pretty key area here. And we have been just bouncing in this area, right? So it could kind of just bounce and go back up here. What we want to see is a 5-minute closure below 45-ish area. That'll definitely tell us we're going to at least go back down to somewhere in this fair value gap and or down to 21 or 10 area. I'm trying to do it right now, maybe. So this is already an inverted fair value gap. So if they can close it below 45, this is looking pretty good for the bears anyways. I wouldn't really give this guy too much weight anymore, since we've actually, it was bearish, inverted it, it's still bearish, we haven't inverted it yet. So this one still is sort of an active inverted fair value gap on a 5-minute. So these levels here are pretty key. We didn't invert the fair value gap there, guys, and we didn't invert the inverted fair value gap. So we got to see, watch this next 5-minute candle here. Need a closure below 44. How long do I have to trade in order to afford buying a Lambo? If you're looking to buy a Lambo from trading, yeah, I don't really have a comment for that, bro. I'm not looking to get a Lambo anytime soon. I'm just looking to be consistent. So that's what I'm still on the learning to be consistent part of the journey. You know, year from the start till year 3 typically is kind of like that. going to have some ups and downs, but if you can reduce the downsides, that's kind of what I'm working on trying to do. So getting a Lambo, if you got a lot of capital to throw at trading, to throw at prop firms, then you can make it. Some of those guys spend like 100 grand on prop firms to make $1 million. So that's the route that you have the money to do that. Some people do it. Not financial advice. But I'm looking to make, I'm happy with 300 to 500 in a day if I can get that. And I'm just not looking to go bigger unless we, get a nice buffer. Yeah, at least get a Limbo, a Honda Civic. Nice, laughed at. But I am gonna end the stream here in 9 minutes, guys. I gotta be up early, and I got some stuff to take care of still tonight. I did send that. Let's see, make sure I sent that email. I didn't send it yet. So I am sending an email to Lucid to see if we can get some giveaway accounts. We'll see what they say. I'm hoping that now that I'm over 500 subscribers and have done a decent amount in affiliate sales, maybe they're going to start giving us some accounts, and then they can start sharing it. So. Nice push here, guys. I looked away for a minute. Kind of want to stop it out down here. I think I might take some TP. I'm gonna put it right here, guys, just above this fair value gap. I'm gonna give it a tiny bit more space because I am gonna wrap up the stream here shortly. So let's see if we can't get a little more momentum to the downside here. Sorry for the longs there. Looks like a big fat bear flag on the 5-minute. Yeah, for sure, right? Here's the pole, right? And then we've been creating this flag here. Let's see if they're gonna get a breakout though. This isn't necessarily a breakout yet though. It could be though, actually. If we get a closure outside here, this is looking real good. We got 45 seconds. Hopefully they close it below 33 here. That'd be beautiful. Might not be broken yet though. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how this plays out here. I do have a trailing stop. This is I just manually move my stop. I don't use like a trailing stop. I could use a trailing stop, but yeah, I just typically manually move my stop around. Which, yeah, you're right. In this case, might be, and same with Zach earlier. If he had a trailing stop, that would have been really good because on this crazy wick, your stop gets pulled down with it, right, automatically. So look at that. Closed right on that trend line where I set it up there. I don't know if that's really the level or not, but that's kind of interesting. Hey, we took it from the bottom of this guy, lined it up to this guy, and just came across, and then look at that, went below it, found support. Now we're bouncing. Looks like I might get stopped out here on this bounce. Probably am. So I'm just gonna take it, guys. Let's take it. Let's try to take this right here. Oh, look at that. Okay, thank you. Don't take it. Jeez, look at that. Okay, log it in. There we go. We're out. 473 in that account. Nice trade. Nice trade. As you guys can see there, here is my trades on trade of 8. So entered there, added one more there, started covering on this push lower, covered again there. We had to stop break even. We bounced up. I added one in that bearish fair value gap, closed out that initial one, which I wish I would have held that a little longer, and then closed out the final one just right there. So 51 on that last contract, $40 on that guy, 77 there, 112, 32, 19. So nice little trade. Worked out pretty good after that big loss in that evaluation account. Glad to see I'm being greedy. Yeah, I'm not that greedy, right? Like that's why I usually close like my trades. Like I like to take partials on the way out. Yeah, then I'm not being greedy. Yeah, I like to take the partials on the way down to lock it in, and then I'll put my stop break even, and then try to leave that last 1 or 2 runners, and look for ad locations, right? If you can. Worked out really good there. Added that one right up here. My stop was just above the value area high after I added in, basically break even, and then we turned around and went down. I was gonna take it there. That was pretty funny. Hey, I was gonna take it right in this candle right there, and then it just turned around and like went all the way down there. So just, how can you not take it when it does that? It gives you like a free, what was that? 6 points, 7 points there. I was copy trading earlier, these Lucid 100K evaluation accounts, and I disconnected it for this trade for whatever reason. Too bad I did, because would have been nice to put 500, 473 in 2 accounts rather than 1, but it's all good. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna play you my little video here, and then what's up, traders? Just a quick heads up, but if you're looking to get funded, Lucid Trading is currently running 40% off all their evaluation accounts, a limit of 5 per trader. This offer is valid through March 1st at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time 2026. You can use my code MBT to get that discount, or you can just scan the QR code in the top right corner of this video. If you're looking to get funded right now, Top 1 Futures has 60% off funded accounts, instant sim funded, straight to funded sim pro, and ignite accounts, all 60% off. Get funded now using the code Market Butcher Trades MBT, or scan the QR code in the top right corner of this image. Thanks for watching that, guys. Appreciate you guys as always. Thanks a lot for hanging out. It was a fun evening streaming with you guys. Always love the interaction in the chat. You guys rock. Phil Suarez in the house. Good night, Wayne. Dell, thanks again for that super chat. You rock. Lafta in the house. Aaron, David Liang, Split Striker, USA, Maro J. Poot. I don't know if I'm butchering that, but hey, there you go. AG Trader, Moto 017, Linda Rowley, thanks for the comments. Hopefully I didn't say too many political things. Blackout News Network, thanks for hanging out, bro. Good to see you. TL539, you started your, I missed that comment. You started using Lucid yesterday with TradeC. It's so good. Yeah, I'm curious about TradeC. Now that they got some new platforms coming out, might need to check that one out too. I'm gonna maybe check up some reviews on that. Lone Wolf, Silver Surfer, appreciate you also always sharing stuff in the Discord and being in the chat. Thanks a lot. Let's see, who else do we got here? I think I said Aaron already earlier. Zach Lazarus. My dad, Mr. Stewart, in the house. Sinister Scalper in the house. What up? Who else did we have? Regis. FL Trader. SJP Trades. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. The sign-offs are getting longer and longer every day. Tim Korth, thank you. Good to see you every day, usually, Tim. Coach Wes B-Ball. First time I've seen that name. Thanks for tuning in. Chrono Culture, just ain't right. Zertex Z. Look at that, guys. We're taking the lows right now on the NQ. What else? Who else we got here? There's got to be some other people. LAFTA, of course. I said LAFTA already. Oh, Q4 Pilot. Thank you also for that crazy super chat the other day. Couple super chats. AJ's Aces. Poppy London. Space Futures FX. Getting close. We're getting close, guys. Hang in there for a minute. And I think that might be it, guys. I think that might be it. Oh, Jonathan Gooden. Keith. Can't forget Keith, of course. Keith. 160 in 2 accounts. Nice job. Nick Harms, thanks for tuning in. Estrada Pablo, welcome. Do you add to trades? Yes, I do. Sorry if I missed that comment earlier. Jose, Sunil Thapa, welcome to the stream, bro. And there we go. We got through it all. Read for the next 2 minutes and see where this candle closes. I know, right? Let's see if we can't get a closure below this trend line. Then maybe PLC is going to be the target here, guys. Before you go, we bounce up here or we continue down. Here's my guess, because obviously it's a guess. It has to do with this fair value gap, right? So if we can get a closure below 33, I can definitely see us get into the PLC down at 11, right? Now, if we can't get a closure below here, this is probably going to be a turnaround point and head up to the value area high. Not financial advice, but here you go. Hey, Matt Trader. Hey, sorry, I didn't miss you. I got you. Dad is rocking it late night. Yeah, Dad's up late tonight. Yeah. Yeah, so look for a closure down here. What I would do is I would frame this guy out like this. We would frame it. We would label it currently green for a bullish fair value gap. If it gets inverted, like if we get a closure below it, you can change it to a yellow and then look for an entry in the middle of this fair value gap for a move lower. So, if we get a closure down here, sort of like, let's see here. We get a little paintbrush. So if we end up getting a closure sort of down here, and then we get a bounce back up into this could be an area for a potential short, not financial advice, but could be a potential area for a move down, eventually down to there, right? Might do one of those still, but eventually down there. That would be my best educated guess as to what we're going to get out of price, but I would want to see this fair value gap to get inverted first, guys. But yeah, where's the VWAP? VWAP's up here, 25,063. So you got quite a bit of upside before the VWAP. So everything is definitely pointing bearish. But like I said, look at these wicks and these bottoms down here. So this is a pretty key level for support. So hey, there's Jay's in the house. What up, Jay? You got to make a comment to get a shout out, or else I don't know you're here. But yeah, thanks for saying what's up. I'm gonna go down and get some food, and I got some emails to sound. Of course. I didn't even do any sound effects on this whole stream, so this is like the longest laughing sound effect ever. Just go. Almost makes you want to laugh, right? We'll do an applause and one more, because you know when the stream's ending, we gotta start going. Hey guys, thanks so much. Have a good night, and we'll be live again tomorrow morning for Market Open. If you guys are interested, check out my channel. The live stream from this morning, we had a guest on named Abby Mansoni. She's a California girl that's a trader, quite successful. If you guys have been on Prop Firm Match, you probably would have seen her in the chat there. And then before that, we had so if you want to go back and see those live streams, check out those live streams. You can see kind of the conversations we had. So I'm in West Coast time, PST, Pacific Standard Time. So it's 9:30 here right now. Yeah. But yeah, thanks Sinister Scalper, Q4 Pilot, good to see you, good night. And Dell, thanks a lot for being here, guys. You guys have a great night. Like I said, I'll be live tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. East Coast. I know most people have their dedicated person to watch in the mornings, but hey, we'll be live anyways. Me and Nick Jocelyn, also known as Mustang Trader, because he's got a lot of horsepower behind his trades, you know. So, thanks so much, everybody. Appreciate you guys being here. We'll see you tomorrow, or I'll probably be back live Thursday night for an evening session here, guys. So thanks again so much. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you on the flip side. Stay green.